Hey everyone, it's Mark Ferguson with Invest for More, and I am standing outside a house flip that we have finished and will be listing today. And as you can see, our sprinklers are going and the grass is even getting green. Last time we shot this video, it wasn't coming in very well, so at least it's a little better now. This is a house that we bought from direct marketing. We had a for sale by owner sign, kind of a we buy houses sign in the yard of one of our other houses in this town. And the owner of this house saw that. I'm gonna not run, but walk quickly through the sprinklers. Saw that and then contacted us saying, hey, I have a house I wanna sell. So we ended up talking to them and we got a deal done. So we paid $91,000 for this, I think. I'll have all the details in the description below. So sometimes I get my numbers a little off, but I'll correct all those when I get back to the office and I'll upload everything. This is a garage, obviously, but a decent house. I think it came out pretty nice, but we did have some hiccups along the way. And of course, check out investformore.com for much more information on our flips, rentals, being an agent, all of that great stuff too. We love the comments and likes and shares, so keep those coming. But yes, so after we bought this house, it was very petty. They had lots of animals, did not smell very nice. We demoed it, tore everything out, replaced the windows, started working on some other things. And then one of the hiccups we had was, as you can see next door, they are rebuilding that house. And that's because they had a fire in their chimney. And when they did that, the city came by and saw our window stickers in our windows, the brand new, stickers that show us a new window. And they shut us down and said we have to have permits for our windows, even though we weren't changing sizes. We've never had a city do that before. So we had to go through that process. That slowed us down. And then we came through on this house and decided, oh, we should take the popcorn off the ceiling because there's the big popcorn is pretty ugly. And when we did that, it left it looking so ugly. There was so much horrible drywall work behind it, tape lines, seams, patches, and we had it painted already. And so we came back, had to redo a bunch of that, repaint a bunch of it. So there are a few hiccups along the way on this house. And then, something else that happened on this house as well is the paint color. So this is such a darker color than what we normally use, and it's the exact same paint as we have used in other houses. So that was a little disappointing, but once we got the furniture in here and it's staged, it looks way, way, way better. So it's okay. It's not the best color in the world. And again, I don't know if it's mixed wrong or someone gave the wrong color to Home Depot or what it was, but definitely much darker than what we normally use. We completely redid the kitchen. So new cabinets. We moved this wall back just a little bit to open it up. It came out another 3 feet or so. And just that small difference really helped and made a big impact on the feel of this room, much more open. So that helped a ton too. And then we also, save money where we can, which is a common theme of our channel. This bathroom, which looks pretty good right now, we did almost no work in. So that's the tile that was here before. It's not the most trendy, perfect tile for today, but it's fine. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with the tub. This vanity and extra cabinets were all here. We just painted them white. I think we might have done a new vanity top, and that's it, but I really don't remember. So we'll splice in some videos before, and we'll see if I'm right or not on that being there. We did the flooring, paint, of course, and a few other minor things. But really, this wasn't a major remodel. Just took a lot longer than we're hoping because of the setbacks we had. And that happens on almost, most flips, so it's something to be expected. Something will go wrong. Here's the master bedroom. One thing that this had before was a laundry chute right there in the floor. And it's kind of cool, but we decided to take it out because it got in the way of the door. And if you want to put furniture here like the stagers did, it was completely in the way. So we did take that out, although laundry chutes are cool. They aren't always the most functional depending on where they're at. And then here's the master bathroom here. And you can see we did retile this, which was pretty dark, and we didn't think it would be quite that dark, but I think it looks okay. And another way to save money is we reuse that shower pan. It's a little bit ugly. It didn't clean up perfectly, but it's a custom size, so we would have had to re-pour concrete or tiled it. We spent a ton more money to redo that, so we just left it. And then, of course, the vanity here is newer, as is the sink and the mirror. I'm doing my covert out of the mirror shot there. Kind of hard to do with this camera. We have the bedrooms here. One thing you also might remember from when we first had this video or this house was that wall was like stained and rusty, I think because of animal urine. So we'll show that too. But yeah, we fixed that, got that all done. New carpet, new light fixtures, new windows. And yes, we came by here. We're listing this house later today, or at least that's the plan. It's always good to stop by and make sure everything's right, because like, oh, there's the dumpster that shouldn't be there. So not sure if we forgot to have that removed or if the company hasn't removed it yet, but obviously something we don't want sitting there when it's listed. And this was not Nikki who staged this house. So Nikki's my project manager who manages all of her contractors and also does staging, but she can only do a couple houses at a time. And we have a lot of houses for sale and listed right now. So our other company staged this. And yes, even Nikki will admit sometimes she likes their staging better than hers because they have a lot wider range of furniture they can use and different things. And she's pretty limited just because she's just, you know, starting out and only doing a couple houses at a time, not like 50 to 100, which is what that other company does. They have a giant warehouse for all their furniture and everything. So they have a pretty massive company that they do for staging. But I think Nikki's stuff looks pretty good. Downstairs, we have the basement. And then of course, I'll start talking about the numbers here. I haven't forgotten about that. So we bought it for, like I said, I think it's $292, maybe it's $291. And we are listing it for $429,900. So values have gone up in the area, just like most places while we've owned it. And then I think we thought it would be worth around $400, right in that range, maybe a little bit more when we bought it. So I mean, they haven't gone up like crazy amounts, but it's definitely increased in value since we've owned it. So values have gone up, and then you know, we always have to have plenty of room when we do our flips as well, especially when we get into the higher price range of $300,000, $400,000 houses. All of our costs go up. Our financing costs, our selling costs, carrying costs, all those increase with a more expensive home because we are paying, you know, a real estate commission for the buyer. I'm an agent, I'm a broker, so we can save money when I list it. I did a video on that recently about how that all works if you want to check that out. But we still have to pay a buyer's agent. So we're paying 3% of, you know, $400,000. That's 12 grand right there in costs for another agent. So on this one, when we get into the higher price ranges over 400, we're probably spending $30,000 on other costs, which include financing, selling, commissions, carrying costs like property taxes, insurance, utilities that we have to pay for while we own it. There's all kinds of those costs that go into these properties. So if you really want to see all those costs, we have the complete before and after flips that we do with all the numbers. It's like my little house flipping show I do. You can check that out on the playlist, the complete before and after. We have quite a few houses where we've gone through that. All the costs, show you everything before and after videos as well. So that is the basement down here. Nothing special, not a lot was done. Basic stuff. We did have to do a lot of that bathroom, but nothing too crazy. So we will show you the backyard here. So heading out to the backyard, it is green, but not very grassy, mostly weedy. So again, in our market, definitely a seller's market still, we don't have to landscape the whole yard for the houses to sell. And it would be pretty expensive to redo this whole backyard. As you can see in the front of the house, you know, we're running a manual sprinklers on a timer, and you know, that one sprinkler is automatic, but there's no sprinkler system for this property. So that would cost a few grand probably to install. The sod, all of that would cost a few grand. So you can spend, you know, $7,000, $10,000 doing landscaping really easy, and you don't need to. It won't bring your money back. So, but we did still spend probably $35,000 to $40,000 on the repairs here. We did save some money. We didn't have to do the roof. We didn't have to do the HVAC. We did do a water heater, and most of the rest of it was cosmetic, and of course the kitchen. And we did do some siding work out here too. Some of the siding wasn't in great shape, so we replaced some pieces, fixed some pieces, and again, that was pretty minor stuff. So overall, we paid $292 or $291, one of those two. Or it might turn out we paid something completely different. I'm totally wrong. Had about $30,000 in other costs, probably $35,000 to $40,000 repairs, and then we're listing it for $429,900. So it should be a good flip. Be great to get this one on the market and get some offers on it. This is literally the only house that will be actively for sale in this town right now. We're in the Meade, Colorado, and it's not a huge town, but there are like 3 other houses for sale. They're all under contract. So this is the only one that will be actively listed. And so it should sell quick. And all of our houses we've listed recently have gone under contract right away, and most of them over list price. So again, we're asking $429,900. We might end up selling it for even more than that when all is said and done. So again, should be a good flip. We've had a lot of really good flips this year. Hopefully that trend continues. And of course, we've talked about some of those trends, interest rates, housing affordability, the housing crash, and some of our other videos in our real estate advice playlist. So if you want to hear my opinions on that stuff, you're welcome to check those out. But yeah, I like this house. Let us know what you think, if you like it or not. If we made good changes or bad changes or good decisions or bad decisions, we'd love to hear from you, even if you don't agree with us. Sure, I might argue with you, but it's all in good fun. So love to see those comments coming. Of course, check out investformore.com for much more information on flips, rentals, being an agent, all that great stuff. We have 9 books on Amazon too if you want really in-depth information on real estate, and a free book on my blog too that just goes over how I built up my portfolio of rentals and got started in real estate, if you want to hear all about that. All right, thanks for watching. We'll be back with more videos coming up here soon.